Okay, we were here with our student Luke, and we're going to talk about addition. It's going to be kind of a review. Okay, Luke?
Okay.
Okay, so first let's talk about addition and place value, and then we'll talk about something that's a little bit more complicated, okay? So I'm just going to show you some boxes here. And I want you to tell me how many boxes are there. Can you count them up?
Yeah, 9.
9. Okay, good job. So we're going to say that that's the number 9, okay? We're going to do this with boxes. Now I'm going to show you another number, and I want you to tell me what it is. I'm going to give you a clue. I stacked this up. I'm going to group it into a group of 10. So what's that number?
14.
14, yeah, because it's a 10 and a 4, and 10 plus 4 is 14. So we call that 14. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm going to say, what if we added those two things together? What would it equal? And let's not give me an answer. Well, go ahead. What's your answer?
23.
23, good, okay? But now let's slow down and see what your mind actually did to do that, okay? So first of all, we can say, okay, well there's a 10 here. So let's go ahead and keep that. We'll put that over here. There's 1 10. And then we can take this 9 here and we can put one of these on top of it and make another 10 because 9 plus 1 is 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do that. So we have 2 10s then. And we already took one of these and put it up here. So how many of these are there left?
3.
3, right? So what is this number?
23.
23, which is what you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, does that make sense when you look at it with all of these boxes?
Yeah.
Okay, now, when people invented math and doing math the way that we are used to it now, they don't want to draw a whole bunch of boxes, right? They want to use something simpler like writing numbers.
Yeah.
So let's go over how we would do this same problem if we just wrote it in a normal way here, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so now what we would do is we would say, let's first look at the ones. So in this problem here, we had 9 ones, and then this was a 10, so that doesn't count. But then 4 ones. So you can see there's 9 ones and 4 ones. And look, we have 9 in one place and 4 in one place, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we do is we say if we put the ones together, the 9 and the 4 ones, then how many ones will we have and how many 10s if we can group any into 10s? If you see here, what we did is we took the 9 here and we put one of them there and we made 1 10, and then we had the 3 that were left over. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is the same exact thing. We're going to say, okay, 4 plus 9 is 13. Well, that's kind of like the 3 that are left over, so we would write that down here. And then we have 1 10, but this isn't the tens place here. We need to write that 1 up here in the tens place to keep track or to make sure that we're showing what this 10 is. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we ask ourselves, okay, well, how many 10s do we have? Well, we have this little teeny one that we wrote up there. That's this 10. And then we had the 10 that we already had from the 14 right here, right?
Yeah.
So if we add those two together, a 1 and a 1 is what?
20 or 2.
2. And it actually means 20, right? Because it's
Yeah.
in the tens place. So that's how we get 23. So this way that you probably have memorized, even though it might seem confusing because you're saying, okay, add it up, carry the 1, add it up, and you're just kind of memorize the steps to doing it. What you're actually doing is kind of what we do with the blocks up here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can keep doing this up to the hundreds place and thousands place and just as many places as you want. You remember that?
Yeah.
So let's do an example with the hundreds place, okay? So I'm going to show you a number here. See if you can tell me what that number is.
103.
Close.
Oh.
Each of those is a stack of 10. So what is it?
So then it's 63.
Right, because there's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then 3 more, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll write that number down. Now I'm going to give you another number. What's that number?
That is 51.
Good, because we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 1. And now we're going to say, what if we add these together, okay? Now, you might be able to do that one in your head, but let's go ahead and think about grouping into 10 again. Just like we grouped some 1s into a stack of 10, we can group stacks of 10s into a big block of 10s, okay?
Okay.
So let's see, we have 6 10s here. What if we added 1, 2, 3, 4 more 10s to it? Would that make 10 10s?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So you see how that's the 6 10s plus 4 of these ones to make 100. Let's see if that's 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, we only used 4 of these, so are there any 10s left over?
Yeah.
How many?
1.
Yeah, it's this one right here, right? So we'll go ahead and put that over as when we're adding it up. And then we can get to the 1s. And how many 1s do we have total?
4.
4, right? And we can put those over here, the 3 orange ones and the 1 blue one. Now, if there had been more ones to make a 10, we would have grouped them together like we did over here. But in this case, there's only those 4. So now we have 1 100, a 10, and a 4. What number is that?
114.
Good, 114. Because that's 1 100, that's this big block. 1 10, that's this stack. And then 4 ones. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So now again, we don't want to do math by drawing blocks and like wearing out our pencils and giving ourselves cramps in our hands, right? So we're going to do math a lot easier over here. This is the same problem we had here, like this. And we followed the same steps as we did over here. So first we add the ones place, and that 3 plus 1 is what?
4.
4. And that's just these 4 little ones over here, right?
Yeah.
And then when we add the tens place, we're going to add them just like we're adding just 6 and 5, even though we're adding 60 and 50. So what's 6 plus 5?
11.
11. So we'll put the 1 down here, and then we'll carry that 1 that was the 10. But really what we're doing is we're putting the 10, because these are 10s, which is this stack of 10 right here, down here, and then we're saying, and then we created a 100, just like when we put these stacks together to make this block of 100, and that's what this little 1 is here. We created 100. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, there's no other hundreds to add in, so 1 plus no others is just
100.
Yeah, just 100, or we bring down the 1. And so there we get our number 114, same as your answer. Let's do one other quick example, because sometimes you're going to be stacking up more than just 2 numbers together, okay? So now instead of writing out any blocks, let's just follow our rules, where we start with the ones place, and then we'll go to the tens place, and then the hundreds place, and we'll always add them up. We'll put the ones digit of the sum here, and then we'll carry anything that comes up here, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so what's 4 plus 9?
13.
Plus 9 more?
22.
Good. So we'll put, what should we write down in the bottom here?
A 2.
A 2 down there. And what do we need to carry up to here?
Another 2.
Another 2. So sometimes you're going to be carrying not just a 1 like in these other examples, but sometimes this number will be bigger. Okay? Now what's 2 plus 7 plus 1 plus 1?
11.
11. So what do we write down here?
A 1.
Okay, good. And what do we also have to do?
Put another 1 above the other one.
Right up here, right? Okay, now what's 1 plus 1 plus 2?
3.
Oh,
Or 4, sorry.
Good, that's all right. The 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 more is 4. Okay, so there's your 412. So do you kind of understand? I know you had the rules memorized for how to add, but now do you kind of understand what's actually happening with the numbers?
Yeah.
Great job.